She's another neighbor from DC. We're in the same metro area. So, welcome.
Hi, I'm so excited to be here.
Good. I'm so glad to have you. So, just introduce yourself. Let us get to know you. Tell us anything you want us to know. Favorite color, favorite fruit.
Ooh,
I don't care.
okay. Well, my name is Adriana. I am a graphic designer, obviously. Um, I graduated college 2 years ago, and I've
Okay.
been a designer pretty much ever since. My favorite color is definitely pink. I would have
Okay.
to say I am a pink girly girl. Um, And yeah, I can give you a little bit more of my backstory if you want.
Yeah, we
Is that
want it. We
sure.
want
Okay, awesome. Yeah.
it.
So let's start back when I was in high school. So that's when I discovered that I like art and design. I took my first real drawing class from a family friend. And I just realized that I loved being creative and I love drawing. And I knew that I wanted to do something with that. So when it came time to think about college, I was like, yeah, I want to do something creative, but I also want to do something practical. And so I decided, graphic design, that's perfect. So I started my college career in that. And then I think it was junior year, I had one of those freak out moments and I was like, I can't do this anymore. I want to switch my major. And I switched my
Mm.
major to communications.
Oh, well, that's still in
Which
line. Yeah,
yeah,
yeah.
it's kind of in the similar like category. So it had a lot of like crossover then. So it was kind of similar, but it was also like kind of freeing me up to do a lot more.
Yes.
And then after I graduated college with my community, I got an internship at an organization in the marketing department. And as I was like doing a lot of social media management and stuff like that, I was starting to work with a graphic designer there. And like as the time went on during my internship, like I was able to do more and more graphic design projects and they kept entrusting me
Mhm.
with more. And I was like, wait, I actually want to do this again. Like I actually want to get back into graphic design. So that's kind of what led me into my career now. I've I work at my day job is at a software company based
Mhm.
up in near DC in the Northern Virginia area. And I'm a junior graphic designer there. And I also do, on the side, I do freelance design and a lot of personal projects just to
Okay.
kind of keep the creative juices flowing, kind of doing my own thing because when you work for a company or you do in-house design, sometimes you're not able to be completely creative.
Right.
And so it's nice to have those, design projects on the side to kind of keep that going, to kind of, keep you inspired. Um, so yeah, that is where I'm at now,
Okay.
and I am loving it.
Well, what do you
Yeah.
love about it? What do you love about working at the IT company?
Yes. So I mean, it's a great company. The culture is great.
Oh, good.
I love learning. So like as a junior graphic designer, like as someone who's just starting out in their career, it's really nice to be in a small company where I get to do a wide range of projects and I get to learn a
Mhm.
lot of different things. Because if I was just stuck like in a company kind of doing one thing and not learning or like expanding my skill set, I think that would get a little boring. So there's always like new projects coming in. There's like a ton of different things. Like I do, anything from designing marketing material to designing parts of like the software product that we have, like the user
Oh,
experience.
okay.
So like it's digital print, just like a lot of different things, which is nice, as someone who's just
Yeah.
learning and just starting out, it's nice to kind of, dip your toes in the water in a lot of different areas. And so I
Yeah.
really like it.
That is exciting. That would motivate me to get up and deal
Mm,
with our commute, which is not as
yes.
horrible as it used to be, but to deal
Yeah.
with our commute to
Yeah.
get to work. Yeah.
When I start
Yeah.
commuting again, I am still
Yeah.
working from home actually. But yeah, hopefully one day I will get back on that
Yeah,
commute.
because some people in the area, they did start going back into the office on
Hmm.
this, like half of the people on this day and another half on
Yeah.
this day.
Hmm.
And now they're starting to pull back and everybody's going back home, I think, as of next week.
Yeah.
Yeah, because
Yeah.
of our
It's
numbers.
yeah, yeah. Interesting times for sure.
Yeah, you kind of just have to do like this and
Yep,
keep
just
going.
smile and keep pushing through.
Yeah, yep, yep.
Yeah.
So, I'm going to talk to you about getting to know more about two projects that you worked on.
Sure, yeah. Yeah.
So, there's a skincare project.
Yes.
Oh, look at you light
Yes.
up.
That was a fun one. Yeah.
So, how did you find that client?
Okay, so this project is actually a personal project. So this was self-initiated. I wanted to do something to kind of build my portfolio.
Mhm.
And so I would have loved for it to be a real client, but it actually wasn't.
I think I
Um,
have a real client for you for that.
yeah, I would love
I
that.
do. I
Yeah,
do.
yeah. Oh my gosh, wait, that's amazing.
So I'll give you the lead later,
Sure, sure.
but
Yeah.
because that's what we're here for in the
Mhm.
hub to make connections.
Yeah,
So
absolutely.
uh,
Yeah,
okay, so all right, it's a
yeah.
hypothetical client.
Yes,
So what problem did that client have when
right.
they came to you? What were they trying to solve?
Okay, so this client, I kind of like gave them a little brief and everything, kind of just to pretend, like it was a real client. And basically, they were trying to create a skincare brand for people that didn't always wear makeup. So, like, there's a lot of people out there who, don't have the time. Maybe they don't like want to, always wear makeup for, it's expensive or the skin. Like, they don't want to, put stuff on their face all the time. So, I wanted to create a skincare line that kind of aided in helping those people feel confident in their skin without having to wear makeup. So something that kind of that was very what's the word? Not
Organic
not
or natural?
replacing, not a replacement, but just something
Mhm.
to kind of like boost the skin. And I don't know,
Okay.
I'm not a skincare person, like I don't know the ins and outs of that. But I wanted also to be kind of deviate from the traditional, like natural, like, you have the green and the brown
Mhm.
packaging.
Mhm.
And I wanted to kind of make it more fun and like bright and playful, to just kind of like stand out from like the market. So that was kind of the backstory of that. And then, yeah, I designed a logo, I designed some branding, I designed some mock-ups, to put in my portfolio. And yeah, and then I had a lot of fun with that. It was,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's
um,
absolutely beautiful. And I
thank
was
you.
drawn to
Thanks.
it because I'm a person who putting on makeup for me is eyeliner and I'm done. I've made up my
Mhm.
face.
Yep, yep, yep. Same.
So
Yeah.
I don't have anything against makeup. I just never
Mhm,
mastered it. So I
mhm.
was like, okay, stay in your lane and leave that alone.
Right. See,
So
that's the same for me. It's like, I just don't have a lot of time to mess with it. Like, I would love to learn how to do makeup more, but it's just like I don't
mhm,
have time. And I would just love
uh,
to have like something that you can just throw on and you feel great and it's natural and like, yeah, yeah.
yeah. Okay. All right. So all right. So let's talk about the Laflora project.
Yes. That was
Okay.
another fun one. That's actually my most
Okay.
recent one.
Okay. So how'd you find that client?
Okay, so you're gonna laugh, but this is another hypothetical client. So in
Okay.
my portfolio, I want to say right now, because I am a younger designer,
Mhm.
about half of them are personal, your self-initiated projects to kind of build my portfolio. Um, yeah, and about half of them are from clients or from my like day job projects that I've
Okay.
done with my day job. But yeah, LaFlora was
But
a
you use so
hypothetical.
much detail even in the
Yeah,
hypothetical.
because I want to
That's why it's
show.
believable that
Yeah,
this is a
yeah,
real client.
mhm,
So yeah, I'm
yes,
sorry
yeah.
I cut you off, but
Oh,
I
no, no,
just
no,
want to
you're
give you
good.
kudos for that.
Yes. Thank you, thanks. Yeah, I mean, because it's hypothetical, I think you kind of have a little bit of fun with just, like, taking it as far as you want.
Mhm.
because it is for your portfolio. And, I wanted to make it very realistic, obviously. And I'm glad that like you thought it was like that,
Mhm.
that confirms that I'm on the right track. But yeah, this client hypothetically provides specialty floral arrangements for events. And I think they're located in France, I want to say.
Okay.
Um, you know, so yeah, and I wanted to design something that was, again, kind of bright. I mean, kind of reflected the luxury of the brand because they're like a higher
Mhm.
end floral brand, but they're also very, bright. You have like pinks and light greens. Um, and I mean, there's like even holographic foil in there because I just think that's super fun. And I think that's
Mhm.
not something that's used a lot with floral companies. Again, I think that floral companies tend to be like either super like bright, like neon pink branding, or they have the very like deep, serious, deep greens and deep like browns and everything. And I wanted to kind of have something different, kind of like in the middle. So that's kind of what inspired that.
So
And
it sounds like
yeah,
you use color to separate
yeah.
your clients
Mhm,
from competitors. So
mhm,
you tend to lean more towards color.
mhm.
And so in your hypothetical situations, would you take your client through some type of exercise related to color theory to help them adopt this new and different look that the industry may not, display?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. Hypothetically, I would. I think that's a very important part of your branding. Color is huge. I mean, that's the first thing you see before you even see or recognize maybe the shape of the logo. Make if you're far away or whatnot, like seeing the color, like that's gonna help you recognize the brand. And so I think that's a super important aspect. And so yeah, hypothetically, I would kind of walk through color theory, color psychology, and then kind of like a competitor analysis of like what competitor brands are using and kind of like how to stick out from that, without being too like crazy and out there, because that can also, like, if you go the other extreme, that can also be a problem too.
Yeah,
um,
you'll scare them. They'll run
yes.
like the wind.
Yes. And yeah, that's a thing you do have to be careful, with clients. Sometimes they're a little more hesitant or scared to kind of step out of their comfort zone and do something different than what they see their competitors doing. So I think it's good to try to, encourage them to, kind of step out a little bit and take a risk and take a chance, because I think in the end, like a lot of successful brands, like they have taken that risk.
Mhm.
And so I think that's super important when you're working with a client.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. So you're into typography. So
Yes.
tell me what
Oh.
your dream typography project would include, or which what would be the dream project to work on?
Oh goodness. Okay, any project that would include just like that would give me the freedom to work once. Like I don't even know like what kind of project that would look like. It could be like editorial. It could even be like a website. I mean, I don't do a lot
Okay.
of web design, but just like even mocking up, like working with the developer and like mocking up a website, like that would, yeah, that would just be amazing. I haven't, in my career, I haven't really had much of a chance to work with typography. I've done a lot of branding and illustration, but not a lot of typography. So I would love to get into that more and learn more about that. My bookshelf is like full of books about typography, and I
You're
am
the kind
such
of
a
person
nerd.
who's
Huh?
riding down the street, noticing all the different fonts that's used.
Yes. Yes. Yes, absolutely. And when you see something like Common Sans, like your heart just breaks. Like it's so bad.
And I can almost guarantee you're riding down the street, you're noticing the font, and then you call out the font name and you keep moving.
Yes, absolutely. Yeah, it's so bad. It is so bad. Like, yeah.
I'm guilty. I'm guilty. Yes, yes. So I get it. I get it.
Yes, yeah.
So we have to stay inspired. And I
Mhm.
know you've mentioned that you're new,
Yes.
your new designer.
Mhm.
But give me some of the podcasts. Give me like two or three podcasts you listen to stay inspired. And what made you refer to that podcast often? Because you're searching and you're looking for podcasts sometimes, but you don't really stick with
Mhm.
one.
Mhm.
As you browse.
Yeah.
So give me a couple of them and tell
Sure.
me why you're loyal to the podcast.
Sure. Yeah. So first of all, before I get into that, so on my website, I have a resources page with like lists
Mhm.
of like different books, different blogs that I follow, different podcasts. And it's kind of like, for personal, just like keeping all my, things in one place, but it's also like for site visitors to kind of find value and, see what I'm being inspired by. But anyway, on my website, I do have a list of some of my favorite podcasts. And the first one I think is called Logo Geek,
Okay.
which I relate to. I'm a logo geek too. Um, and so in that podcast, the host will interview different designers, a lot of really top, well-known designers. So it's pretty cool to listen to those. But yeah, I mean, it's just interesting to hear the backgrounds of so many different designers and to kind of just hear their stories. I mean, you have people like Louise Feely, Michael Bure, um, just like a lot of top names. Actually, I don't know, was Michael Bure or there might have been someone else from Pentagram. I'm not sure. I can't remember
Okay.
exactly.
Okay.
um, but yeah, it's just so interesting. I mean, you hear from the top name designers, but then you also hear from designers who aren't as well known, and
Hmm.
it's super relatable, to kind of just see that like all designers like have a story, and like no matter if they're like in Pentagram like doing the most well-known work, or if they have their own design firm doing less well-known work but very important work, like it's all just so cool to see the wide range of like successful designers, and no
Right.
matter how well known they are. So anyway, that's kind of yeah, that's kind of what I like about Logo Geek. It's just, yeah, it's great, and the host is great. He is so fun to listen to. And then I also like Design Life. So Design Life is
Okay.
another podcast. I don't know, have you heard of them?
No, I haven't, but
No, okay.
I'm taking notes
Yes,
mentally right now so I can
do.
write it down.
Yes, yeah. Design Life is, so basically, I don't think they really interview other designers, but there's two ladies who kind of just have a conversation back and forth. They're both, or actually one of them has her own business, I think, and then the other one actually has a day job. I think she works for ConvertKit or something. I'm not sure.
Okay. Okay.
But yeah, they just talk about all the different subjects that designers, basically run into during their career. I mean, everything ranging from, should I specialize or generalize to, should designers learn developing and code, just like a lot of different subjects that come up, in the design world. And they're really smart. They have a lot of good things to say. So I love listening to that one. Um,
Okay. So
and then
you
I do
you
have
can
one
learn
more
a
for
lot
you.
from that one. You can
Yeah,
learn a
yeah, you
lot.
should
Yeah.
definitely look them up. Yeah, they're great.
Okay.
And then Striving Artists is
Mhm.
another one. I like the title. It's, play off of Starving Artists.
Mhm.
But yeah, so the hosts for that one are two lettering artists, and they kind
Ah,
of have conversations, back and forth. Um, and they're really good conversations. They're really cool to listen to. I don't know if you've heard of Lauren Hom, if you know who
spell
she
the
is.
last name?
Hom, Hom.
No. Mm-mm.
Okay. She's not, I guess she's not really in the graphic design world. She's more of a lettering artist. So she's kind of,
Okay.
yeah, in that
Okay.
niche. But yeah, she's one of the hosts, and she is just so full of just good advice. Like, and you don't
Mm.
even have to be a lettering artist. Like, you just, any kind of business owner or any kind of designer could really benefit from listening to her. So yeah, definitely check them out too. That's a good one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Well, tell us your website so everybody
Uh,
can go and check out these resources that you have and also check out your portfolio.
Sure, yeah. So my website is adrianaheim.com, and that is ADRIANA.com. And yeah, you can just hop on the web, and my portfolio, my resources page, my contact information is all right there.
Okay.
Yeah, and I would love to hear from you.
And we look forward to seeing some of your mock-ups posted in the
Yes.
group as well as you think of
Yes,
more.
I need to do
um,
that. Yeah,
yes,
yeah,
please. And then we can give you feedback and engage with you there.
yeah, yeah. Sorry, I just
So
realized the sun is kind of like shining on me and I needed to fix
it's okay.
that.
It's okay. So it's been great talking with you and getting to know you. And thank you so much for being on the show.
Yes, thank you so much, Patrice. I had
All
fun.
right. Yay. So we'll talk soon.
Yes, for sure. Bye.
Bye.